individual. Yeah. I can imagine those.
What about the salt and butter roll?
I love pretzels.
After we make this right, it'll probably be a lot easier.
Only two guys going real fast because Byron had a Pisani on it. They're on the way.
Some sort of like inertia.
Is that bark what goes in there?
Did he bring a bark?
It's at 6.
Oh, that's the CBX.
Wait up. Come here, Kai. Wait up for a film.
serve.
Please welcome from China, Fu Guangyao!
Goodwan has done it. The underdog goes undefeated and spoiled.
No one lives inside in the heart of a hero. The flame burns evermore.
Wish I could be part of it.
Play the flute, the cup, play the harp, the bass, play the bass, and the sound, the chop, the bass, play the